All right, y'all, so quick video. This won't take long. This is the PQY accelerator cable or throttle cable. Right now I got it taken apart. This is the OG pedal from the Cutlass. So to make this work, this is the end. This is the end that comes on the end of these, right? Now this is for like an aftermarket pedal to lock in, right? So if this is an aftermarket pedal, that in theory should work, right? But obviously I'm using the OG pedal, right? So to do that, you take the old anchor, I'm gonna call this an anchor, you take it off, but you gotta take the entire assembly apart of the throttle cable. You gotta take that apart, get that bad boy off. It doesn't take nothing, you don't have to take it apart. You can actually slip it through, because right there, and slip it through the ball anchor. That's supposed to keep it held. Slip it through, take it right off, right? Then you slip this bad boy in. Now, make sure it's the right way, because these grooves seep into that. So you don't want to put it backwards, because it won't have anything to anchor to. So you slip it onto that. So once I get this all together, I'm gonna throw it in, and hopefully I should finish the assembly fairly quickly. It doesn't take long. I'll fade out real quick, and I'm gonna get y'all on the next video. So yeah, this is a quick update. I'm just showing y'all the process of the throttle cable, you know, because there's a lot of people use different ones. They use the F-body cable. Some use the stock van or stock truck cable, which works. It's just extremely long from what I heard. Everybody else runs with the 36-inch low-car cables, or these, which are PQY, which is basically another rendition of the low-car cable. I don't think there's no difference. Different companies maybe, but that's it. But I'll be back, y'all. I'll show you some more. All right, we came back real quick, and I just wanted to show y'all this. This is the original piece that goes against the firewall where the cable passes through. This is the original piece from the G-bodies, GM, whatever. I don't know the part number for these things, but I'm attempting to reuse it, because if I don't, right? If I don't reuse it, I will have to, because this is the piece that will be up against the firewall, right? See that shape? Now, this is what's there. It's the square, because this is what's used to pass through and anchor it from the other side. Now, the reason I want to reuse this, number one, it's a cleaner look. Two, if not, I would have to probably use washers or something to fill that space to keep the cable firmly against the firewall. And I'll see some people make tiny little brackets. I'm not doing all that. It's either washers or this. So I'll be back. I'll fade right back. I'll show you how that works out, if it works out. All right, y'all, we back. Boom, just got done with it. If y'all can see this. Now, not too long ago, I said I would try to use the stock plastic anchor clip that comes with the factory cable that anchors into here. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. At least not like I wanted to, without me like cutting it, drilling it. I wasn't doing that. And then I would have had to like get rid of this for the most part to keep that anchor how I wanted it. And you know what? It was just more trouble than it needed to be. So I'm like, you know what? Let me simplify it and put the washer like I said I would do. So I threw the washer on there. When I get this build, well, I already have it running, but when I have this build like actually running and driving the car, actually, I'll, you know, when I redo the bay over, because I painted the bay and the firewall, but I didn't fully paint it. You know, I purposely didn't paint a lot of this because I needed to know what was going on. So anyway, I'll clean that up. I'll paint around it, you know, make it look all uniform. But so like I said, I used two washers, one on this side, one on the inner of the firewall, right? So now it has that security, right? It has a security to grab on, right? And the wire was a nice length, 36-inch, not too long. I routed it right along a little bit of the firewall. I'm gonna clip that, don't worry. I clip my zip ties all the time. And I just brought it right around here. This way it's out of the way of everything. is using the stock truck bracket and obviously the stock truck manifold. This is a, you guys know about this, or if you don't, I'm pretty sure you've seen them. The G plus throttle bodies. These are really cool. I hear some complaints. A lot of people will tell you to you know, take out the screws for the throttle blade, put a little Loctite on them, put it back in. I'm gonna do that eventually. The car's just I'm not really driving it yet, so I'm just getting everything buttoned up. But anyway, I'm going off topic. I went along here, routed it. I held the cable wide open because I didn't have to cut the cable at all. Keep in mind, guys, this is a 36-inch cable. All right, this is a 36-inch cable. I didn't have to cut anything. I thought I would. I thought the cable would be too long. I didn't. The cable actually just makes it, so I'll open it by hand so you can see. All right, if you can see that right there, boom. Pulled it in about that much, threaded it back in. There's an Allen key, right, that you put in here, and you loosen it or tighten it to pull the cable in and out, right? So I did that. It worked perfect. Perfect. It looks good. I like it. I like it. I got full function of the throttle body, or you know, the throttle. I put my feet on the cable. I'm sorry. Put my feet on the pedal, nice and firm. Nice and firm. I just want you to see inside of what I'm seeing, right? I had a question right here for one of my Facebook groups, which is the Classic Gbody page on Facebook. You know, I was like, what in the hell, you know, what is this? Like, do I need this? But I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't need this at all. I thought about it at first before I removed it, but I'm like, there's nothing this should be used for. It was actually part of the bracketry on the back side of the cable of the pedal. There's a bracket that bolts on. It mates along with the pedal assembly right here, and this mounts on the back. So I'm like, what in the heck could this have been used for? Like, I don't see nothing that was like necessary, right? Like, because, you know, I ran it, I followed it, and I'm like, what in the heck would this go to? So I asked the page, the Gbody page on Facebook. Somebody answered and said it's actually part of the cruise control. So I'm like, oh well, not using cruise control, don't need that. So I got rid of it. I got rid of the bracketry, which, I mean, if you want to count that, that saves a little bit of weight. I didn't do away with the wiring because, you know, you just never know. So what I'll do is I'll probably just, you know, secure this a little more. But forget all that. I just want you to see what the backside, what it looks like. So if you see right there, right, you can see the washer that I used on the backside. Then you see the other part of the cable assembly, right? It threads in right there. Now, the plastic anchor, remember that plastic anchor? Boom, there you go. So the way you get that on, obviously, like I showed you earlier, you take apart the cable completely, you slip the other piece off that will be for the aftermarket pedal, and boom, you slip the stock pedal anchor back on from the Gbody, and boom, it fits right back in like it should. And look at that. Doing that with my hand so you can see. Right there, see that? Right back, boom, right back. And it works. It works with no issues. So yeah, it's looking good, man. I'm gonna clean up under here a little bit eventually. In a second, I'm going to put the cover back on. I'm gonna bolt it back on, keep it back nice and clean. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that, man. Looking good. I'm getting somewhere, man. I'm getting somewhere. The next thing I want to do is I want to run my my floor shifter soon. So I gotta clean all this stuff out. Turbo blinks are off because I took the turbos off so that I can get the wastegates welded to them. And of course I would do that myself, but I trust my buddy Chi 3 with that a little more than myself, because I don't need any leaks. You know, this is the wastegate. This is going to be crucial to control and boost. So I say, you know what, let me get this to my buddy. He's the man with it. I'll let him do it. I did all the light welding, you know, like the freaking well, I'm gonna call it the up pipes, because I decided to go out the hood instead of the fenders now for now. So I'm gonna call these the up pipes. But I trusted myself to weld the V-bands to the V-band connections to the up pipes. But as far as the wastegates, of course, I trust him with that more than myself for now. But yeah, man, we coming, man. I'm definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. It's amazing to say I put this car together myself, man. At one point, man, I thought I needed like 5 people to help me. And I just noticed when you just get to it and you just start it on your own, you'll get something done. You know, the way I look at it is, hey, if I mess something up, at least I'm the one that messed it up. When somebody else messes something up on yours, you're more upset. But then when you do it, it's like, it was my fault. But yeah, man, stay tuned, man, stay tuned. Hopefully my next video will be hopefully 2 things. Either me putting the drive shaft in place or putting the floor shifter in place. It's one of the 2, hopefully. I'll give y'all some type of update that's coming up, man. You know, and once I'm giving you that update, you'll also get to see the wastegates on there. It'll be dope, man. It'll be dope. All right, man. Y'all be safe, man. Remember, get out there. Whatever project you got going on, whatever you got to do, get to it. Don't matter how little the project is or how big it is. Get something done, man. That's the way you do it. Any progress is progress. Slow or fast, it's progress, man. Remember that.